Traders, day 4 of the small account day trading challenge, and today we're looking for a quickie. That sounded wrong. I'm just trying to get in and out. This calls for a Confucius wisdom. Confucius say, man who take girl on camping trip has one intent. Ooh. Okay, traders, let's get serious. Have you ever heard gurus say what we're searching for and what we're after is consistency? Well, Buffett said the consistency that you're looking after is in the mind. It's not necessarily in the trading because that's just a byproduct of what's up here. You got to get consistent in your mind. So let's start working on training our minds. And what's one way to do that? Well, have you heard in sports they say the best offense is defense? It's very true because if you can restrict your opponent from scoring any points, that will enable you to get that competitive edge. Now, we need to treat our trading account the same way. Our goal is let's protect these profits, play good defense, cut our losses quickly, allow our winners to work for us. And that's what I'm attempting to do right now with the account. So I've had more losers so far than winners, but I'm staying real even right now on the account because I'm trying very hard to practice letting these winners work for me, especially on the leftovers. Let those work for you. Sometimes the best defense, like I said, is mitigating that risk, taking a partial off when you're in the profits and letting the rest work for you and trying to just sit on your hands because most of the money is made sitting on the hands and the patience, because patience pays, P-A-Y. Let's plan the trade and trade the plan. I like PRTA for a hangover play. It's kind of far off of the previous high, so I'd like to pop on it at the start of the day. Yesterday, remember we had UCL on the hangover. Beautiful play that just faded. Looking for something similar, PRTA, maybe ALK. Not as pretty of a setup as we've been kind of holding our gains for the last week. And Teva actually did crack this steep trend. The steeper the trend is, the weaker it actually is. Keep that in mind. Steeper equals weaker. But the previous close on Teva is a pretty good risk area. We have that 2130s as risk on Teva for the previous close. Teva's been just kind of tricking me. We did all right yesterday, making $20. Right now sitting on the account at $1,031. Slow and steady wins the race here. Yeah, I gotta try to not force trades for the channel either, because obviously I want something. Right now I've been very disciplined. I think recording and doing this small account challenge has been certainly helpful for the discipline. But if the edge doesn't present itself, we need not take trade, as Confucius say. You ever hear the gurus say, oh, it's Friday, things are gonna be slow. Well, why is that? Because they're trying to pump stocks up and there's less volume for their setup, for their low float penny stock pump and dumps. But for our edge, we don't need the volume because the volume is just fading. Things are going to fade every single day. We don't need things whipping up and down, left and right to make money. We just need slow fades. So another thing I look at, somebody asked this morning, what indicators do I use? Well, mainly I try to reduce as much noise as possible and just stick to the things that work the best. Because you can have, let me show you guys. Look at this. That can be what your chart looks like. Is that going to be helpful? Is that the holy grail indicator? Traders, I've used pretty much every indicator. So mainly I'll use the 50-day and 200-day. I have noticed over the years, many years, stocks do respect those levels. I mean, I'm looking at PRTA right now, and it's 1575 is the 50-day moving average. And guess what? It closed right around there. We'll see if it tries to hold that level, but it's going to be an important area. See if this stock will hold it. The 50-day, the 200-day moving average, the VWAP. I use the RSI, but you can kind of just see that on the chart. And then I use a relative volume standard deviation. And I have a whole video on that, how to set that up. But all that is showing you volume today relative to the average trading day. Volume provides the opportunity. It provides that range, and the range is where you make the money. Whether on the upside or the downside, you can make money. But when stocks are flatlining, you can't make any money. PRTA looking for a pop out of the gate, and we'll risk the highs, 1730 highs. 50 shares out on PRTA, 1649. Wow, very spready, because that's the ask. Ooh, then flip it over to Teva. I'm going to throw an order out for Teva as well. 26. All right, filled on Teva, not on PRTA. So Teva in the 2140s range, kind of in the middle of all that traffic of yesterday's where we don't want it. PRTA, I like the setup. I'm going to cancel the order for now. What I also like on Teva is kind of the doji star on the day. So if we look at the daily, yesterday was pretty much closed right in the middle of the open and close, which creates a doji star, which Confucius says is an indicator of a trend reversal. So I'm still looking for this one to pull them back. Teva pulling back a little bit. I like this for a longer fade. What I need to do is let this thing work back down towards like the 2080s. Need to let that move a little bit. I'm not going to be upset if we miss this because the bid and ask are too far off. I mean, even right now it's 20 cents apart. I mean, we tried to get the order out in the 40s, which would have been huge. Really, what I should consider doing is scaling in on the winning trades, not the losing trades. It is so uncomfortable for me to do that. I'm curious as to what you guys think about that. Do you scale into your winners? It's just so uncomfortable for me. I hate like bringing my average down and I'm feeling like my stop, is adjusted now a lot lower, but I'm in 50 shares. So it's not like I can take half off of this kind of a trade. Below the 50-day moving average, it's too difficult to get involved with. All right, traders, we may try that. On a pop here, back up towards close to our average, we may, on this winning trade, add some more shares into it. It's popping up right now to our average. I want zero emotions on this trade. Just let her fade. All right, Teva popping up a little bit. We'll smack it with some more shares. 21.32. Now we're in 100 shares, average price of 21.29. I guess I should have chased it. PRTA. This keeps happening every day. There's a great hangover, and then I trade Teva. It's just going to be hard to get back in this area. There's so many longs up in this 40s area. It's going to be natural resistance. They're going to look to get out of their trade. You guys know how easy it is to go on tilt. If a stock is not working in your favor and you're just like, oh, I got to get this back. I need to trade something else. And you go find something else to trade. And then you just start digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole. You got to throw the shovel down. I know very well that's a problem I have. It looks like it wants to take some of the money back today. It's holding that previous close, 21.31. Giving it a little bit of room. I hate losing. This is stair-stepping up. I'm in it on the short side. It was looking beautiful on this pop and fade. All right, Teva's getting blacklisted. I am so tired of trading this ticker. Have I said that? Well, we were pretty accurate on where the resistance would be. Maybe we should have just waited for the ticker to come up to that resistance to get an entry. Did you think about that one, Kevin? How am I not going to trade that, traders? That overhead resistance. I'm going to get in some more shares and risk in the 2160s. But I'm getting in right near it. So the stop's going to be very tight. And you should not do this. It's pretty dumb. You shouldn't do this. I'm going to add another 100 shares to this with a very tight stop. Again, you should not scale into losers. I thought we were scaling into a winner. It's right at resistance. We can't stop out of it at resistance. See if she can give us a little bit more meat on the bone. Order filled, 100 more shares, 21.59. My average is now 21.43. I mean, this thing just doesn't stop going straight up. It doesn't stop, and it will not do anything about resistance. It doesn't respect resistance. It goes straight up. There's no pullbacks. There's nothing I can do about this ticker when it's not given anything for me to work with. I know as soon as I get out of this trade, she's going to start selling off. That's my annoyance with it. So traders, do not remind me where this thing's going to be at later today. Doesn't care about all this overhead resistance. It cares nothing about all this overhead resistance. I'm so sick of Teva. I'm absolutely sick of this ticker. We don't want to pull back. We want to just tickle your pickle at the start of the day. Say, hey, lure you in. Be like, this is a juicy short. And then after that, just go straight up with zero care in the world. Okay, we're out. One step forward, 3 steps back. Teva, blacklisted. Traders, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about Teva in the comments below. I'm done with it. It's an X now. Never want to see her again. That was probably a top tick. We had a beautiful pop up towards the previous close. Shorted it. Tried to add into my winner on another pop. And it turned into not so much a winner. Just in my risk, mid-trade. Lost more than I should have on this name. Worked a loser. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Kevin, work your winners. I was attempting to work the winner. That's what I wanted to do. And the bias started trading. The ego started trading. The previous close, previous highs, daily chart, all look good. I'm done with the name, guys. Teva, we're done with. The relationship there is over. I'm not touching it again. It's going off my watch list. I will probably look at it later today, and 2170 will be the absolute high on it. That was bad. That was trading for you, though. Letting the emotions trade. Really, I should have got into it and set a stop and not adjust anything. Not be like, oh, let's add more. Let's do this. It's a winning trade. I think what I was trying to do is it was a winner. Initially, it was a winner, and I'm like, I got to maximize this winning position. Let me size into it a little bit. And I was such in the frame of mind that it was a winning trade that I just couldn't let go of it. Very, very amateur move. Amateur day. Shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have lost $60 on the day. Really, my risk per trade should be like 10, and the reward should be 20 to 30. That should be what we're doing. Traders, the last thing I want to do is bleed this account. So we got to stick to the rules. Kevin, coming in Monday, that's what we're going to do. There wasn't a ton on the watch list this morning, which is probably why I went back to the well on Tiva thinking, I can stab at her again today and make some money. Blacklisted, done, not touching anymore. Traders, thank you guys for watching. Hit the like, subscribe button. We'll see you Monday morning.